Alongside Cantarella's banner, we also have Camellya's rerun, and not only is she one of the best DPS characters in the game, her kit is very easy to use. So if you've been looking for an updated Camellya build guide, I got you. If you are debating on pulling for her, her strengths do include having some of the best on-field and consistent damage, plus her burst is very strong. Number 2, with how her kit works, it's very easy for her to buff her own damage. Number 3, she's currently the premier Havoc DPS character. For Camellya's combat roles, she falls under a main damage dealer with having higher constricto efficiency and deals higher basic attack damage. And here are all the materials you're going to need to get her up to max level. For what skills to prioritize upgrading first on Camellya, definitely her Forte Circuit. Her normal attack and resonance skill are tied. Next, your Resonance Liberation, and then lastly, your intro skill. And here are all the materials you're going to need to upgrade all of these skills. For Camellya's best weapon options, her signature Red Spring is unmatched. I would highly recommend her signature, but if you decide not to, the standard 5-star Emerald of Genesis is pretty good. If you don't have any 5-star swords, don't worry, there are a couple of 4-star ones you can use. For Camellya's best echo set, we're looking at 5-piece Havoc Eclipse, and there's 2 ways you can set this up. The first way is by having your main 4 cost be the new Nightmare Crownless with either crit rate or crit damage as the main stat. For your 2-3 cost, either 2 Havoc damage or 1 with Havoc damage, 1 with attack percentage, and for your 2-1 cost, attack percentage. The second way would be having 2 4 costs, again your main one still being the Nightmare Crownless, and your second one being either the regular Crownless or Dreamless. I would recommend 1 with crit rate and 1 with crit damage, it doesn't matter which is which, and then your 3-1 cost with attack percentage. For our Echo substats, we're looking for crit rate and crit damage, basic attack damage, attack percentage, some energy regen, and flat attack. For Camellya's best team options, if you're free to play, pairing her up with Sanhua and then either Baizha or Verena as your healer is really good. If you're looking for the premium team, pairing her up with Rochia and Shorekeeper is going to be your best bet. If you want to go for the Mono Havoc team, just replace Shorekeeper for Cantarella. I mean, even the team of Camellya, Cantarella, and Shorekeeper will work pretty good as well. The last thing I want to talk about is Camellya's Resonance Chain, and is it worth getting multiple copies of her? S1 isn't bad, giving a free crit damage increase, and being immune while using the new skill is nice, but you can work around that. S2 is the main one, basically making your new skill even more powerful is just insane. I would say if you're a player who doesn't have a decent DPS yet, Jinshi, Carlotta, Zhang Liao, even Phoebe, Camellya is one of the best options and one of the better free-to-play options in my opinion. Plus for new players, her kit is very easy to understand. I know for myself, I'm very lucky that I got her S1 during 1.4, and right now Cantarella is very good too, and she does help buff Camellya, but if you're debating on which one to get, and especially if you're free to play, I think Camellya is the smart move. Let me know in the comments how your pulls are going. For me, I got Cantarella and her weapon within 60 pulls, which was nice. Technically, it was at 70 pity for each, so I definitely grinded my way there a little bit, and I lost my 50-50, so I couldn't get her S1 this time around.